Hey everyone, coming in. I have a special guest with me. If you guys didn't watch my other videos, this is Lala. Her channel is the Black Stay at Home Mom Show. And so give everybody a little bit details about you. Like, who is Lala? Who is behind the Black Stay at Home Mom?
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me on. I'm
Of
so excited. I
course.
feel like our schedule has been just like back and
Yeah.
forth, and we're finally on. And it's just an honor to be here with another Sham, another entrepreneur, another mom. Like, that's just amazing. So, behind the brand is me, Lala. I am a stay-at-home mom of 3 kids.
Okay.
I just became a wife, so I just recently got married and during the
Congrats.
pandemic. Okay, during the pandemic.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So here it is. Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
snap.
Okay. So yeah, I'm a talented and smart professional mom, wife, entrepreneur. I own several businesses. And some of the businesses that I can talk about is like my sugar scrubs that I started,
Hmm.
which is called Store on Etsy. And then I also have my consulting and coaching business that I started, which is called the Mom Savvy brand. Over there, I do my coaching. I edit videos and podcasts and all different kind of stuff over there. And then I also am a part of a wealth and health business. So I'm able to connect with other moms, such as everybody here, or if you're not a mom, if you're a woman, I connect with all different type of people. And I get them in alignment with making money from home. And yeah, so pretty much I do all of that from home, right?
Hey.
Yeah, so I do all of that. I created my brands from my house out of a depressing state. And they are my babies. I'm a full-time mommy, so I'm definitely with my kids 24/7. So days like this where I'm able to just sit down, they don't happen. So I'm excited to be here tonight.
I feel you. Like, the baby usually goes down like around now. So I was like, I told the girls, I'm like, can you help me out real quick?
Right, right. Like,
So I can do this. And I don't, and I was like, I swear to y'all, like, as long as she stays up, I'm fine. But if she gives you a hard time, just bring her to me. You know what I mean? Like, but for the most part, like, my girls got this. They're good.
listen, I'm still trying to learn how to work this. I'm like, oh, I have chats. I was like, okay, there's the
Yeah,
chat.
there's chats on. It should be chats on the side
Hey,
or
hello,
scrolling up.
everybody. Hey, TT.
Hey, everyone coming in.
Hello. But yeah, so a little bit
um,
about me.
so like, how do you manage like the mom life, being the wife now, and work and everything that you have going on? Like, what is your like? How do you manage all that?
um, I mean, that's always a tough question for
It
me.
is a tough
It
question.
is always a tough question. I'm first of all, I'm really, I'm in a very high energy space.
Okay.
I'm just now coming from an event, right? And it was an event called Girl Hold My Hand. And I had to actually, that question was said, like, how do you manage your day? And right. And so I manage my day with just like healthy things. I try to
Mhm.
make sure I incorporate a lot of healthy routines, right? So I
Right.
start my day off with meditation. I start my
Hmm.
day off with prayer. I start my day off with a sacrifice. I feel like to get something, you do have to sacrifice some things, and it may be your sleep. As moms, we sacrifice our sleep for our
Hmm.
businesses, especially if we're at home with our children and trying to build a brand, right? So
Right.
for me, I manage by just creating healthy routines. And so I meditate, I take healthy products, and I write down my to-do list. I have a schedule for my kids, and I try to stick on their schedule. So if my kids are going to school, like every school is back in session. So if you're going to school, I'm going to set my hours. I can tell you right now, my hours are from 10 a.m. Work hours, right? 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single day, Monday through
I know
Sunday.
y'all heard me. Goodbye.
Listen, mom stuff. Goodbye.
I know y'all heard me.
I
Goodbye.
know they heard you. Absolutely, they did. And so my mornings are really like fun.
Put that on the counter. Like, excuse me, I'm sorry. Like, she about to go upstairs with a can of raviolis. Like, girl.
Mama, I can make the baby a bottle.
Okay, you
And
can
then
make the baby a bottle.
don't spill it. And then when he spill it, you have to mess it up.
Like, y'all want to die? Like, y'all know I got this white furniture.
And it's new too. Like, come on now. First of all, are we drinking or anything?
I'm done because like I was doing something else trying to like hurry up because I was like time was crunching, but I probably make something like mid in between if I don't.
Okay. It's all right. We good. I have some Casamigos with some dragon fruit, strawberry lemonade, ginger ale. I came up with my own little concoction. Okay. Mama had a long day.
I believe it. So yeah, like it's crazy how like we like in order for us to balance like our work life and kids and everything like that, like we have to find a routine or good healthy habits because like for me it's trying to find like a morning routine and the evening routine and but the baby because of like her being home all the time, I have to like have an afternoon routine because she doesn't have time and then she has lunch and all that. So it's like it's still a struggle because
it's always I feel like when people ask her like how do you balance, and I say I don't balance, this is what I say. I'm like a scale, and scales don't balance. You're gonna have some high days, you're gonna have some low days. You're never gonna kind of have it even. And when you do even, listen, it takes some things, right? Yeah. To make it even, to make it balanced. So
and I feel like some days are gonna be easier than others. Yeah. Like I just go with the flow. Like I have my to-do list, but like I've learned like not to like stress myself out about it like I was before. Yeah. Because if I did, like I was beating myself up over it and like why am I even doing this? Right. It's not benefiting me because then the next day I'm still stressing about what I didn't get done yesterday and it's a new day and I should be focused on what I can do today.
Right. Exactly. No.
Hey everyone coming in.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying hey everyone
coming in. Yes.
Hey everyone coming in.
Hello. Yes. I really stand for like, you know, even if you say you get up earlier just to make time for yourself. So like I get up at like 5:30, right? Yep. That's when my day starts. My personal day. So when I get up, because I am a newlywed, I spend like 20 to 30 minutes with my husband, and we usually take a shower first thing in the morning. So you know, we get our time in, and then we pray and we meditate.
That's good.
Yeah, I try.
That's good that you guys have that together.
I know, my little hubby. He's such a little jerk, but
that's how I feel about Leon because like he can like he's like hot and cold in the morning. It depends on like how he goes to bed and like because he usually be up until like 2 a.m, 3 a.m because he's doing homework. So he can be hot and cold in the morning. It just depends on his mood and how he slept the night before.
Right. See, over here, like my husband works for the government, so he has a really set schedule. And so I'm the one who's all over the place. I'm the one who's like, oh, I gotta take a quick flight to Houston real quick. Like I'm about.
What's your sign, by the way?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay, that makes sense that you're all over the place.
Wait, that's my husband. Hold on. Look, I'm tatted, okay? I'm a Taurus. I am a natural born Taurus to the T. What sign are you?
I'm a Capricorn. Like I'm the business savvy, like mindset. Like I'm a go-getter. Like I'm constantly thinking about different ideas. To create another stream of income. Like that's just my mindset. Like all the time. But yeah, like that's crazy. Like we have like the same concept. Like when it, especially with like you have 3 or more kids, like you have to have a routine. Oh my God. I could not survive and like. And thank goodness for like electronics and technology, because like my phone and my watch, like my Fitbit, is
Yeah.
basically like my livelihood. If it's
Yeah,
not on my
it's like
phone or my
everything,
schedule,
right?
yeah, if it's not on my schedule or my calendar, my Google calendar, it doesn't exist. And I
You're
share
right.
everything. And me and Leon like share everything like with our calendars, because his schedule's crazy, my schedule's crazy. So like we have to be in sync.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's easier to like communicate that way. It's like, hey, do you have any plans today? Hey, what do you
Listen,
got going on?
I need to adopt the calendar system. I'm still new to the whole being someone's wife. You know what I'm saying? If you
I
didn't know,
understand.
like,
I don't think you ever get used to it, because it's like because like I swear, like after me and Leon got together, like it took me a while to like call him my husband,
okay, when did you
because
guys
like
get married?
we got married in 2010, and it's not even 6 months later we separated.
Okay, okay.
So like we were married for 6 months before we separated. So it was, I think that's why it was like the husband and wife
Hmm.
title, and like the duties of that
Hmm.
never really like felt like it was necessary for us, because like
Yeah.
we were doing it for 3 years before we
Oh
got
wow.
married. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I had Justice before we got married. I was pregnant with Journey when we got married. So like the whole title, married wife and all that, like I don't know how to explain it. Like it
Yeah.
just never felt like it got normal. Like
Uh-huh.
now I say about like 15 years, I'll be like, that's my husband. But it don't really feel like that because we don't got rings. And people look at us like we're not
So
married.
question, why don't we have rings?
Well, it just I'm
It's
not really a jewelry person. And he's not
okay.
either. You know what I mean? We had rings years ago. If my memory serves me correctly, we pawned them because we were in a tight situation. Like, I mean, 4 kids, and it was
Yeah, yeah,
actually the
yeah.
recession at the time. It was, I
Yeah, yeah,
think this
yeah.
was like 2010, and it was like the recession was happening and all that crazy mess. So we pawned them.
Mhm.
Um, and we just never got new rings. Now that we're older and like like kind of settling, because like now like after 10, 15 years, it's like, okay, we need to spice it up. Like
Right.
you,
Yeah, just
you know what I
something
mean? Like,
different.
yeah, something different. So now we're like, okay, we need to get rings, because people, when we tell people that we're married, they're like, I
Where
don't believe it, because
yeah.
where's the rings? Or when I like when guys try to talk to me and they're like, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm married, I have a husband. Or like,
Right.
well, he can't like, where's your ring at? Like, you're married, because they don't believe it.
Right. And it's okay. Like, I mean, I honestly, I wasn't for me, and sorry y'all if I keep touching my bangs, because I just feel like she's supposed to have gave me like shorter bangs. Like, these are not bangs. Like, I thought I got a haircut. What cut? No cut. They are still very, very much long. Okay, but anyway, I totally understand, because like when I used to ask my husband, who was my boyfriend before, of course, I used to be like, if what kind of ring do you want? Do you want a ring? Do you believe in rings? Because I knew a person, my son's father, my oldest son's father. I have a 13-year-old. His father just really didn't believe in rings, right? He was just like, listen, you marry me, I'm not wearing no ring. It don't go with my AP. It don't that. Like, I was, I had a different type of lifestyle before I met my husband now. So it was a different vibe. So when I met him, that was the first thing I asked. Like, how do you feel about rings? Because I come from a background where my ancestors' rings were a value of love, a symbol of love,
Right.
And so if you didn't wear your ring, like, you should be ashamed, right? So
Right.
I'm like, listen, I'm getting a ring. I want a ring, So when he proposed to me, he was like, boom, 3 carat. I was like, okay. And I said, okay, I'm married, but we were engaged for 5 years.
Yeah, see, me and Leon were
yeah.
engaged for a long time too. Like, okay, our relationship started fast. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got together. I got pregnant with Andrea, and then like not even 3 months, not even 3 months. I would say like a month after Andrea was born, we were engaged. But like, after that, it took us like 3.5 years before we got married. So, like, I don't see anything wrong with people waiting a long time to get married.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I would never do this again. My new life, like I tell my husband, like I love him, and whatever. But if I have a new life, I'm telling you, I'm getting married soon as we lock eyes. Like, we're getting
No, that's
married.
right.
Because I just feel like it's just we kid about this, me and my husband, but it's a really known truth, right? When you play the role as a boyfriend and girlfriend, right, and you're expecting to have a husband and wife relationship, but you play a boyfriend and girlfriend role.
Mm-hmm.
When it's time to get married and you are a wife, what happens is you lose what you're supposed to do. You no longer want to do the things that you used to do, right?
Yeah.
And so I got into that feeling. I was like, yo, I used to cook and clean for you for damn near 4 years straight, and I had no title.
Right.
No title. Wash your dirty clothes.
Right.
You know, listen to your mother bullshit. Listen to your father's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get real. Okay.
Right.
Going through the sister-in-law's issues. You know what I'm saying? Just going through things that wife and husband are supposed to go through, right? But I'm your girlfriend. I'm walking around with a ring and your baby, but I'm your girlfriend. So when you do get married, it's kind of like, shit, like you kind of got the best of me.
I feel like besides like the ring and the symbolism of the ring and the marriage and all that, a lot of people don't take marriage seriously, in my opinion. Like I see a lot of like scenarios, but like the main thing I feel like marriage is important is because of
The union.
what I'm trying to say, the financial aspect of it too. Like if you're not married to your significant other or your baby daddy or anything like that, you get nothing.
You get
Like
nothing.
you get nothing. Like you have nothing in it. Remember to continue to date each other after 16 years of marriage. We have a standard date night. Yes, and I
Date night.
agree.
So we have a date night tonight too. So yes.
I agree with that. Like, I mean, me and Leon put that on the back burner, like date night, because of everything that was going on. Like, we were homeless. We were focused on, you know, trying to, do our goals.
Gotta
Like,
build together. Yeah.
right. Date night was like not in our mindset.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, we wanted to, and we would have loved to have that like quality time with each other, but it just was not in our mindset. Like we was like, we'd rather spend this money for something else that's more important.
Exactly. And that's how we felt. So, by you saying that, I'm going to say this. When we did decide to get married, God told us that you're not getting married how you want to get married. You're going to get married during the pandemic. You're going to get married at your house. You're not going to have anybody there. It's just going to be a union. And I'm telling you, it was the best experience. I probably wouldn't have it any other way. I was like, wow. Like, I literally planned everything in my house. My best friend bought my wedding dress. I had 2 wedding dresses to pick from. I had my makeup artist. It was just my husband. We had just announced that we were pregnant. So at that time, I was just thinking like, okay, well, dang, this is what I was waiting for this whole time, was to just have this. We should have got married. And then it makes us look at each other like, why did we wait? So like, what was the holdup? Like, we were waiting for what to fall out the sky,
Right. Like, and that's like, I don't regret getting married at the court, like doing the court thing. I don't regret it at all. It was small. It was intimate. It was fun, and the only thing I do wish I did did was like a reception type of thing, just a party,
Me too.
To celebrate.
Me
but,
too.
Like I can have that.
And I mourn for that. Do you mourn for that sometimes?
No, because I know what you mean, but like, no, because like, I think now, because it's like our 15th, like we're in it 15 years. Now it's like at the point, it's like, I can wait until like my 30th. my 50th to party the hell up.
I'm a Taurus. So Taurus is one thing about us. We're very materialistic for one. Like we need the shit. So
that's my 4-year-old. She's very materialistic. Yeah. She's like, I want this. I got money. She was like, oh, since I helped you clean, can I get some? Can I get paid? Okay. And I was like, yeah, I'll get you $1. She was like, $1, and I was like, how much you thought you was gonna get? She said $55.
When's her birthday?
She's May 4th.
Okay, so I'm the 14th, right?
Okay.
and I'm the same way. My husband, he says, I'm very high maintenance, right? So he always say like, I ain't worried about you cheating on me because I don't think anybody can keep up with you, right? Besides me being high maintenance, it's just like I want what I want. If I don't get it, I'm freaking upset. And I'm gonna figure out how to get it. That's just the hustle in me. I come from a different type of background. So it's just like coming, out of the old me, the 20s. I am arriving in my 30s. Here I am, 31. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, I'm 33, and the 30s are so different than your 20s.
They are so different, girl. Your knees hurt. Anybody tell you about that?
Yes, your knees hurt. You can't squat like you used to.
Girl.
Trying to walk in them hills and dancing on the dance floor is not the same.
Honey, I go back to the old strip clubs, where I used to do dances around these 20-year-olds. I say, honey, I'll throw a couple dollars, but I can't get up there and twerk a chica too, honey. I may take my knees
See, I can't even twerk, so I'm already struggling in that department.
But I ain't gonna twerk I used to work in high stilettos. If y'all don't know what a stripper look like, please go to a strip club. But anyway, I used to work at some nice luxury strip clubs, and so I would have to definitely do a lot of things, and your knees are just not built the same once you hit past 30.
It's not.
And I got some old heads in the game, Vic. I still got my old heads who 41, still rat-a-tat-tat-tat. And I'm just like, bro, what you take for those knees? Like,
it's got to be the collagen. It's got to be the collagen because it's not working over here.
Listen,
I can't.
I be barely trying to bust it down when the busted challenge came. I was like, bust it. But oh wait, let me sit up straight.
We ain't got those mega knees.
I used to have those mega knees. Listen, I used to have the mega knees. And I think, when you say stepping into your 30s is not what it used to. It's not what people think it is. Like, literally, it's not what you think it is. You think it's like gonna be like,
yeah, and it's not.
Heard that? Y'all barely heard it, right?
Yeah, that's it. It's yeah.
That's how it starts.
Yeah,
I feel like that's how it starts. So now that I'm 31 and you said you're 33, so I probably got, you know what I'm saying? You got 2 years. I can learn something, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, what is it? Is it really the fact that I'm like just stepping out of the 20s? Listen, I had to change my whole fashion up, Vicki. Like, literally, I had to look in my closet and be like, homegirl, we are not 25.
I just did that too. Like, I was like, like, I'm looking at my clothes like, I really need to change how I dress. Like, I'm not 25. I'm not 20. Like, I can't be walking around here going to the kids' schools in jeans and yoga pants. And sweatpants, like, and sweatshirts. Like, this is like my everyday lounging wear. So, like, I can't.
See, I'm not that way. I wish I was that way. I'm the way who, I dress up a lot. Because I'm always doing something.
See,
right?
I used to dress up a lot, but that's when I was like in my teens. Like when I was 19, 20, 21, I was wearing the short skirts. Like my husband wants me to dress up like that. He's like, oh, you don't dress up like that. I can't be walking around with 6 kids telling behind me with a short, with the skirt all up my ass.
Oh, honey, I surely do. I'm that mom. So hey, y'all, I'm the black sham. I'm that mom you gonna see at the track meet with the little mini skirt.
And it's funny because, like,
it's crazy.
And it's funny because I always, like, I didn't want to stop dressing like that, but I felt like I had to because, like, out of respect for my husband, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, we all feel like that, honey. But no,
you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it was like, so I had to like tone it all the way down, all the way down. Like, it was like no in between. No in between. I had to tone it all the way down. And like now my husband's like, you don't dress like that no more. Like, why don't you dress like that anymore? And I'm like, oh, you have no problem with me dressing like that? He's like, I don't care if you dress like that. Like, I want people to look at you like you're not like now, you know, obviously because I just had a baby, but he's like, you don't have the body type to where it's like ill. You know what I mean? Like I want, because he's like, I grew up where people were always making fun of me and saying I was gonna be with the ugly chick or something like that. And like, you're the complete opposite of what people assumed that I was gonna be with. I want you to show off. And I'm like,
listen,
okay.
well, show up. That's your man telling you show off and he's giving you permission. Like that's one thing I promote. And I coach over 40 people in my organization, and I tell them confidence is key, right? If you can't hype yourself up, you can't pump yourself up, who will, right? So one thing that I did once I hit a good revenue, or almost like 10. Well, I think I hit about like 6K. So once I hit like 6K, my second month in my business, I said, I'm going to buy me a watch. And my husband looked at me and was like, okay, didn't really think nothing of it, right? So when I went to the jeweler, got my watch done, right? And I came back and I said, oh yeah, I got my watch and everything. It'll be done in a week and stuff. And he still looked at me as in to say, okay. Once I picked my watch up, he was like, oh, what?
Right.
You spend what on yourself? That's something about a Taurus. My confidence is everything. So I get around these type of people and I get in these rooms and I'll be like, oh my God, I like her AP. I like, what I'm saying? I admire that. Like, I wonder what she did to get that. I wonder,
and I have no problem like complimenting other women who look bad as fuck. Like, I have so much, like, and that's the thing, like a lot of,
right?
And that's the thing, like when I went to the craft fest, I don't know if you guys noticed in the video, but there was people behind me on this side and they were laughing at me. Like they were trying to like try to make me feel some type of way. I ain't gonna front with y'all. I was high as a fucking kite. So I had no fucks to give. No fucks to give. I just did not give no fucks about what people were saying. Like I was enjoying myself. I looked good as fuck. I was like, I didn't give a shit. And like they were just like they kept trying to say things about my tattoo, my heels, like dumb shit. And I'm just sitting there like, you bother for what? What you mad about? I'm not intimidating you. You just feel some type of way.
Where was this at the crab, or this was the wedding thing?
No, this is at the crab fest. And I know it's a little something to do because like I'm in Baltimore. Like people don't like when people see me, they're like their first instinct is like, who the fuck is this bitch?
Right.
Because I don't look like a normal like Black and Puerto Rican mixed biracial person.
Girl, I get that. Listen, let me tell you, I get that everywhere. I'm a New York girl, right? So when I moved to Virginia, I'm not gonna say what part of Virginia, but when I moved to Virginia, everybody like I moved. Oh, you a Virginia girl? You a? I'm like, no, I am a New Yorker. And I see, I have to bring my New York side out, my New York accent to let motherfuckers know. You know what I'm saying?
I know. So it's like I have to bring out the Philly. I have to bring out the Philly and the hood part of it. And then like, like when I was standing there, this lady, like we were outside, and whatever. And then like this lady, she like walked by and like I didn't move out the way. And then she's gonna say, well, down here in Baltimore, we say, excuse me. And I said, well, up in Pennsylvania, I mean, no, she said in Baltimore, we moved the fuck out of the way. And I was like, well, in Pennsylvania, we say, excuse me. But you act like you really wasn't gonna say nothing. You was following your friend. You're embarrassed because your ass tripped in front of my husband and you was trying to get my husband's dick. That's all you was trying to do.
Oh my goodness. So she played herself. She played herself. But girl, that's why I said like these people like they will get you out your character, right?
Yes. And you can't allow people to get you out your character. So the whole night I just let them whatever they kiki haha whatever you wanted. I enjoyed myself and I had so much fun. I just like you can't allow people to bring you down. And you can't let nobody fuck up your confidence because that's what they want. Energy. They want you to lower yourself and they want you to bring down your light bright so that they can feel comfortable. And that's not cool. Like you do not ever do that to yourself. Like if you're listening to this or you're watching, don't do that. Like, keep your confidence. Don't.
Yeah, you gotta. That's why I said, like, my husband looked at me as in to say, like, oh my God, you were not playing. Like, I invest into things that's gonna make me feel good. I invest into my health. I invest into my wealth. And so when I say that my confidence is my everything, I gotta look at myself in the mirror. Yeah. You don't have to look at me. I don't look at Vicki. You know what I'm saying? I don't look. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gotta stare in the mirror every morning.
I ain't gotta stare at Vicki, so I don't care.
Right.
If she is, saying, oh, well, I'm going to tell her, no, okay, well, you can change this, Vicki. You could do this, Vicki. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to judge her for feeling that way because I'm not her. And so my husband had to understand. So when he looked at it, he's like, well, damn, you don't play. And I'm like, yeah, my confidence is my everything. I want to feel good. I want to look good. So yeah, I'm the type of girl to go to the corner store in Balenciagas. Yeah,
No, that's right.
I'm that chick.
I'll go
I'm
to
the mom.
girl, I'll go to the corner store, beat face with a
Girl,
sweatpants
all
and a
day, all
t-shirt
day.
all day, every
I
day.
used to think,
And my neighbors know. They already know. They be like,
listen,
hey.
I be at the bus stop with Lathan, and I'll be vlogging. And if you don't watch the Black Sham Show, we are a whole reality show on YouTube, okay? But anyway, so I'll be vlogging and stuff, and they'll just be looking at me like, they're used to it now,
Right.
but they'll still be like, oh my God, like, you are just so different. And I say I'm not your ordinary mom,
Yeah.
and so when the producers come to film, I'm going to be on a reality show. And so even when the producers come in and they film little parts of my life, they just be like, and you still act like we're not even here. Like, you still do your YouTube like we're not even here. Like, everything just goes how it goes, because I am literally just being myself, and I'm very
Yep.
confident in what I'm doing,
Yep. So now that you mentioned the reality show, and that's like, I know that's gonna be a little snippet of what legacy you're gonna leave behind, but like,
Yes.
what is the overall picture of your legacy? Like, what is it that you really want to leave behind?
My mark.
Oh wow. Hey
My
everyone
mark.
coming in. Hey Life with Destiny. Hey Stacy. Sorry if I'm not, touching on the comments. I see y'all. We're just
Yes, we
having
see y'all.
a good conversation right now.
Yes.
So yeah.
I want to leave my mark. So let's just rewind and go back to how I started my YouTube channel. I was very sad, lonely, like, for real, no talk, sad, lonely, fat, depressed. And y'all could throw some hearts, some fires in the comments if y'all felt like that, or if y'all ever felt like that. But I was just really in a dark, dark place. Everything I was around was dark. I had no idea what a sham was. Understand me when I tell you, I had no idea what a sham was until I moved to Virginia and I came across a YouTube video. And this is going to seem like, oh my God, she's making this up. But let me tell you, I tell this story and people are just really amazed, because I'm still friends with this girl to this day. I used to watch this girl named Chardell Hayden, and she was a YouTuber, a YouTube mommy vlogger, but she was a Black YouTube mommy vlogger, and I really liked her content. I had already watched Strong Mommy Christy. I had seen her show and all of that. I liked her. I was inspired. I was motivated. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's a girl with a lot of kids, and she's doing her thing and stuff. But I really did not see the underdogs. And so once I started watching Chardell, I was like, oh my God, I really like her. So I used to, comment and ask her questions. And one day she was like, girl, email me. And she emailed me. We exchanged numbers somehow. And now we're the best of friends, right? So I had met my first stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
And I said, oh my God, now I see what, I can get myself into. And I started to just watch YouTube and watch what the stay-at-home moms were doing. And I realized that, oh my God, they were promoting things. And, they were like, leave stuff in the comment section, leave all the information is down in the bio, and link is in the bio, and all this description. I was hearing all of these words. And even on Instagram, it was like people were getting monetized on Instagram, and people were creating. And so I knew I had a creative mind, but I still didn't know how I was going to stand out. So I did my first video, long story short. I did my first video. I had about 3 subscribers. I grew, and then I stopped. And then that's when I gave up, and I kind of was like, I'm not getting subscribers. I see this person doing this. I see this mom doing this. God, I don't make enough money to buy all these products. All I see is Target hauls. All I see is BJ hauls. Oh my God, I got food stamps. I don't want to tell the people I got food stamps. I don't want to tell the people, and so I was just like, dang, I'm stuck. How the hell am I going to grow if I feel like I'm trapped? Right. And so my husband was like, yo, you got to be your real self.
Yeah.
You know, you got to open up and just be your real self. Whatever come out.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, and I try to tell people, like, people can literally sense that you're being fake, or that something's not right with you. And it always goes downhill from there, because like, once you put up this facade or whatever kind of content that you put out, people are going to constantly expect that from you. And then when you try to switch it up, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
You're not going to be able to get back the trust or whatever. attention that you was able to get a hold of on your audience, and that's a struggle for a lot of people
And
when they try
it
to
is
start
a very
YouTube.
big struggle, especially when you're a first time stay at home mom YouTuber. And
Mhm.
so that's why I say my thing is to leave my mark. And I knew I had to start somewhere. So when I started YouTube, I was like, okay, well, this is a way for me to leave my mark, right? My kids will always have these videos, you know, and that's why I always wanted. So then it started to be a motivational thing, right? And everybody motivates in a different way. And so for me, it was my creative ways. It was the way I spoke. It was my authenticity. It was my transparency. It was the, you know, you can have the bling, the glitz, the glam, and be a mom and a bomb wife. You get what I'm saying? And so I had to run with that. And once I started running with that, I started understanding like, oh my God, I'm a whole reality show. I gotta start being the show. And that's when I changed the name to the Black Sham. So see, a lot of people didn't understand that at first. I was really mother of 3 kings when I first started YouTube. That was my name. And then I switched it, right?
Yeah.
And I switched it to Lala's Life. And I had that rocking for a little bit. But then I had to think and I had to manifest again. And I was in a new season and I had to say, damn, I'm trying to create a brand for myself. I can't really market off of Lala's Life.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. Like, when you start getting the wheels turning and then thinking of it as a brand and not as like something just to do.
Not just a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So
if you start thinking like a business and start thinking like a brand, it starts like it goes off.
It's like
really
vomit.
Yeah.
It's like literally vomit.
Yeah.
And
it
that
just
is
comes.
what happened to Lala the Mom Hustler. Literally everything started vomiting. And I was just like, oh my God. And it wasn't the views. And so let me tell y'all something. I don't want y'all to get hooked on views. Okay. Nope. So it wasn't the views that got me to being a 6-figure stay-at-home mom. Let me tell y'all. It wasn't the views. It was literally the consistency that I had, the motivation, the dedication, the sacrifice to got me to like my own, not being on a reality show, a #1 reality show. Let's let that be known. Lifetime is not a small thing. Lifetime Network is a very, 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 very.
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying? So, just to being in alignment with someone who even had the connection to even put me in position to even be on the show.
And that's what it is. Like, and that's why I try to tell people, like, when people want to do a shout out, I tell them, like, I don't necessarily, I'll do a shout out, but like, if you really want to make this YouTube thing serious, like, let's collab, let's go on live, let's do a video. Like, I'm willing to help you and work with you to get you to that point. I'll do a shout out, but really, like, let's put in this work.
Listen, I just heard on Girl Hold My Hand, Vicki. You are amazing. First of all, I'm gonna get you a part of TLC for one, and a Girl Hold My Hand. This is a whole community, so I'm gonna get you on 2 things. But you just said magic things to me. The girl in our event just said, your new thing needs to say, in the new season, you need to say, I would love to do that for you, Vicki. But what it is that you can do for me.
Oh yeah. And that's
my new thing.
Yeah.
I would love to collab with you. No, I need this.
Right. Yeah. And it's and it has to be an exchange for it. Like, and that's the thing, like with social media. And with social media growing the way it is, and a lot of people think like, oh, YouTube is not forever. And it's not necessarily, but it's a tool for you to be able to utilize it to attract more people. There's 7 billion people on this earth. So you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's people that have millions of subscribers, but there's billions of people on this earth. So you have not even grasped.
No, you haven't even
reached. So there's so many.
What's 10,000? What's 10,000 views? Let me tell y'all, YouTube checks are very slim to none. Understand me?
Yeah.
So
it's not the YouTube checks y'all want.
Okay, listen. I get bigger. Y'all don't even want to see my office. Listen, this is my office. I get bigger sponsorship deals through my damn emails. Let me tell you, than I ever will get on a Google ad sense or whatever y'all want to call it.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I didn't care about the views. When I end up getting Dunkin' Donuts brand, right? When I end up getting Dunkin' Donuts, it wasn't because I had subscribers. It was because I was in the right place at the right time. And guess what? When he went to my YouTube channel, guess what the fuck he seen? Fucking Dunkin' Donuts. Period.
Because that's all you drink.
That's all I drink. Okay. So you don't.
And that's what brands want. Like, they want you to be a real loyal customer. They want the real shit. Like, and brands
real.
like, and that's the same thing that has happened with me. Like, I'll have brands email me and be like, "Hey, we seen this on your channel. We love it. We want to work with you." And 9 out of 10, a lot of the jobs that I get are not for YouTube. They do not want me to do like YouTube content. They want me to do other stuff behind the scenes, and that's where the money is. And then a lot and a lot of influencers don't want to admit to that. A lot of them not going to tell you like, this brand came out to me, because it's not. They're not going, especially bigger YouTubers, they're not going to promote the company if they're not getting paid for it for YouTube. They're not.
A lot of people don't understand. It's hard work being a YouTuber. Once you have stepped into this world of creating videos, okay? Once you have stepped on this plateau, honey,
and it's
everything
and it's crazy that you say that, because like, it's not just YouTube, it's Instagram, it's TikTok, it's Facebook media. Like, because it's like, now you can get paid on just about any platform now. Like, and once you step into the influencer world, it's a whole different ball game. But then once you realize like the kind of money that you can make and the lifestyle that you can really achieve, it really puts your mind into perspective. And perspective of like, okay, I can do this. And that's why you see a lot of people on YouTube who are like, fuck a job, fuck a 9 to 5. Like, I'm going to make this YouTube shit work. And I'm like, I'm with you, because like, a lot of people will talk shit about me being on food stamps, but realistically, if you break down how much I make a year, I make more than what I would make if I was making minimum wage. And a lot of people don't see that. And I'm like, me quit YouTube or my, social media management or any remote kind of job that I get that's temporary or a contractor job, it will be dumb for me to quit that just to go work at McDonald's or fast food,
where they want you to be,
or a warehouse job or anything that is considered on my skill level, because I don't have those skills. Like, realistically, I don't. My skill level is editing, photography, web designing. Those are my skills. So it's like, why would I go backwards when I'm trying to go forward?
And that's why I told my husband, listen, y'all see this? Pages, this is my event, okay, from 6 this morning. Understand me? I will never work another day.
I have like 3 books of notes for like everything and anything.
Never a 9 to 5, okay? I don't care if you told me Beyonce herself was the goddamn French fry manager. I wouldn't take that shit.
No, not for less than, and a lot of people are like, oh, well, they're hiring for $15 an hour. That still ain't shit. I still make more than that.
I make more than that. I can have let me tell you, I'd rather choose $100 week over a $9 fucking day.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's what you have to fucking tell yourself.
Yeah. And you have to think about it like that, because just because you have that $100 week doesn't mean that's going to always be every week.
No. But listen, let me tell you really quick, Vicki. I remember when I first joined my wealth and health business. I was like, okay, my goal was like to make $100, right? You have to sell 5 products, right? You get $20 per product. I said my goal was $100. Oh my God. I hit that, right? 2 weeks later, in 1 minute, I am not lying, 1 minute, I made $100. I sent 5 people my NutriBurst vitamin, because everybody should be on a vitamin. Hello, COVID-19. I sent them this NutriBurst. 5 people, I made $100. I told my husband, I said, you'll never see me do another job application again. Never. That's and so when I get up in the morning, if we're going back to routines, Vic, I tell myself in the mirror, I am healthy, wealthy, strong, smart, intelligent, entrepreneur, mom, wife, and I would never work another 9 to 5 ever again.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I told myself. Like, I was like, I'm getting this degree just so that I can have it on paper, so that when people ask me questions, like, oh, well, how do you learn this? Well, here you go. Like, I went to school here. I did this. I worked my ass off to learn this. I'm like, 95% of the things that I do is self-taught, because college is and like it gives you like
College is not for everybody.
it's like you have to go to nursing school in order to learn the technology, like the technical terms and everything like that. But realistically, you're not going to learn half of what I know unless you put in the work and learn it yourself, or you actually go to pay a lot of money to have somebody teach you like how to do the editing and all that. But really, a lot of this stuff is self-taught, or I invest in myself by paying for courses online that are going to, give me the skills and the knowledge that I need to know.
Hello, me. I spent $1,200 on a virtual ticket. My sister thought that was crazy. You gonna understand? But no, I couldn't be there physically in physical form. So I needed to be there mentally and spiritually. And so I had to pay to be in the fucking room. And sometimes you gotta pay to be in the room. But guess what? I was in the room and it's crazy. Full of bosses. It's a different thing. It's a different thing when you're in a room.
And that's crazy that you just mentioned that, because like I just had somebody, reach out to me and was like, hey, we would love to be a part of our next convention, and and it's free because we want you to talk about it. We want you to like take what you learned from our our seminars and everything like that and share it with other people and tell other people about our seminars, and it's free. And like I'm slowly like working out the details and everything like that, because like I can't just give out information and not know like the true facts behind it. But like it's worth investing in yourself, like especially now with like I was saying earlier, like social media is growing so big, and it's only going to get better. It's $1 billion industry. Let me repeat that again.
That's what I tell my people. Listen, when I have to go and do all of my signing and stuff for this show, right? One of the guys in the producing field, he goes, do you know that you're already in one of the top $1 million to $1 billion businesses? And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, YouTube. And I go, what? He said, yeah, us producers go finding our next reality stars.
From YouTube. They do. And I have a lot of contacts with people that do TV shows, TV networks. I've been presented multiple times by networks to do TV shows, and not to say that I'm against it. It's just that like I like control. Like if I'm going to do a reality show, it's going to be like the Kim Kardashian show. Like I'm going to be the one to sign off and say what you can and cannot show. When it comes to reality TV, it's a little different, and it depends on the producers. It depends on the networks, because you have to sign a contract and you have to like agree on certain things. But for me,
I'm Mom Hustler. When it has a check involved, honey, my name is all on that shit.
I know and a lot of people like that, and I don't shade it. Like I don't hate
I'm already on YouTube.
You guys have me taking notes. Yes, girl, take notes. Because we're gonna be talking like we're gonna be here for a while. Like we're still talking. But like it's I have a lot of contacts with networks and everything like that, and like we work together on other projects, especially like locally. I try to help locally more than anything else, because I'm all for small business owners and everything like that. But like, where do you see social media going in the next 5 years? Because
I think it's gonna go away.
You think we're not gonna have social media? No. That's crazy.
So that's my feeling. I feel like eventually that's what it's going to be, right? They are already trying to do Zoom a different way. They're already kicking people off of Facebook for cursing. They're already not monetizing YouTube channels. They're already taking away a lot of views from big YouTubers and people who have songs played on Apple Music. And it's just eventually, I feel like things are going to die down, and that people are going to be forced to show up to things if they want to know information.
I agree in a sense. I think it's just gonna
I think it's gonna
be stricter. It's gonna be
like lot. You can't do nothing. Like when I say that, it's gonna be to where you turn your phone on, you're gonna be able to have your calendar and your text messages, but you're not gonna be like, because I just feel like we have a voice on social media. The government knows that, and so now what they're gonna do is try to silence that. And that's what
And
they do when they
agree.
send out checks. Hello, everybody. They're sending you checks to get shots for a reason.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to change a lot, like, because YouTube has changed since it started.
Oh my God, yes.
So, like, you know, I feel like YouTube, like, they're going to probably beef up their requirements to get monetized. You know, same thing with, like, you know, Facebook and Instagram. They're all going to beef up their requirements in order for you to get paid, because it's all about the money. And when it comes to these platforms, they're more focused on the sponsorships or the people that are paying for ads. And with those contracts, and they're not like, you know, okay, we're going to put our ad on your platform and that's it. No, it's a long, like 6 months to 12 months, sometimes 5-year contracts where they're handing the money over to YouTube. They're handing the money over to Twitter and TikTok and all that. And they're like, you're going to, you know, we're going to do this and we're going to collab together and you're going to promote my stuff, but you have to follow my rules.
Yeah. And that's how it was with this one company. A lot of people were trying to figure out, oh my God, like what happened to this company that I was working with? And so, yeah, that's what happened to this, to me in a company, a 12-month contract. And it was just ridiculous amounts of things that they wanted. It was nuts.
Yeah.
And so yes, things like that is not. But you know, for me, I have a family of 5, right? I want to have more children. You know, I can see my house. I mean, I can see me having multiple houses. I'm already in the process of having my own Airbnb out here. I'm trying to get property in Rochester. I like to travel. I have a very busy, hectic life. I coach, I mentor, I service other people. So my day is really consisting of just trying to keep up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I need my money to keep up with me. And so for me, being able to say, hey, I'm already putting my life on YouTube, right? Let me tell y'all, YouTubing is not as easy as y'all think it is. It's not as fun as y'all think it is. It's days where I don't feel like filming. But I have to, because guess what? Now I have made a commitment to my YouTube fans. I have made a commitment to sponsorships. They are looking for me. If I am not there, I do not get paid. Right.
Yep.
So let me tell you once again, it's not about your views. It's about your consistency. So if I don't show up, I don't get a check. And so having a click-based business for me, I had to take it serious. And so I said, listen, I have to bust these videos down as in if I was getting paid $100 per video. Right.
Yeah.
Once I was doing that, girl, I started saying I'm getting paid $5,000 per video. That gave me more motivation to be like, boom, I'm going to do it. You know why? Because you got to get paid for something in life. You cannot just keep doing things just for free. And if it's a passion, how are you going to turn your passion into wealth?
And I tell a lot of people that have like a small following, like even if you only have 500 to 1,000 subscribers or followers, charge brands. They have the budget. And they obviously are coming to you because they see something that you have that they want.
Yeah.
They want you to promote their products. They need you more than you need them.
Right.
And so therefore, if you have 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers on Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, charge money, even if it's $20.
Listen, I started promoting with $25, right?
Yeah, for $20, $25. If you're and what they call them in the industry is a micro influencer. And if that's what you are, cool. But charge. And the reason why I'm saying that is
it's not enough though. There's not enough.
It's not enough. It's not because it requires a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to put into the content that you're creating. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because a lot of these brands are finagling and bullshitting influencers and, you know, trying to cheat them out. Like I've had a brand come to me and they're like, hey, you only get this amount of views. But I said, my click-through rate is super high. And I showed them an example because I asked another company, hey, can you, like, since they gave me a link, I'm like, hey, can you send me, you know, the reports on the clicks and everything like that? And they sent it to me. I may not get the views, but my click-through rates are really high.
Yeah.
So therefore, you have a higher chance of getting those sales.
Right. Exactly.
And so it was like it was a negotiating.
Oh yeah, they don't like to hear us talk.
They're gonna negotiate with you, but be adamant about it because in the end, they're gonna pay you what you're worth, and the only way they're gonna pay you what you're worth is if you demand what you're worth.
You gotta demand it, and you gotta show up like a boss. And that's one thing,
Yeah.
like I tell people, like, yeah, it's okay. Like Vicki said, like this is how she show up some days. Some days, she, you know what I'm saying? I be feeling like a bum. I don't want to wear nothing but baggy clothes and all of that,
Yep.
right? But when I show up on YouTube, that's my place of business.
Yeah.
You won't catch Lala looking crazy. Like I really barely look crazy on YouTube. I rarely look crazy. You know why? Because the first thing I do in the morning is I get myself together. And I feel like I gotta be ready for whatever.
Mhm.
So just like this reality show, I don't know what my coach is doing, right? My coach is Alicia, but her coach is Stormy, right? Stormy
Right.
Wilmington, right? The event that I was just at. I don't know what she has planned. So if she's saying, oh, well, the producers are going to come and just shoot this quick video of you getting your kids together in your house, I'm up looking crazy trying to find out what's something to wear. No, I was made for this shit. I have my own YouTube channel. Are you fucking kidding me? Let me get my ass up, throw some lashes on, girl. I'm gonna be like, I'm up, you know, and I was just looking like shit.
Right. Wash my face real quick.
Serious.
Feel something on.
Exactly. When Vicki said, yo, we're going to do this live, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go out with my husband too. So I'm going to put on what I'm going to wear out. No, I don't have makeup on. I don't have lashes on, but I will. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, listen, I need to feel good, look good. I did not buy a 4,000 damn near watch, JPAP, to be keeping it on the goddamn dresser.
Right.
No.
Right. Ain't nobody, no, that's not what you bought it for.
That's not what I bought it for. That's not why I did these videos. This is not why I lost plenty of nights of sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I worked on a podcast show a couple of days ago. I spent literally 5 hours on editing this podcast.
Yeah.
For her to say she didn't like it.
Oh no.
You know,
oh my God, girl, can I just say, like, I mean, like, I have no problem, like, you know, working with clients and stuff like that and brands or whatever. It's just when they like basically scratch, like, say just like start all over, just don't even that's the only thing that bothers me.
And I'm
like I don't mind doing quick edits or whatever, but when they're like completely hated, I'm just like,
you know what? And it's the petty thing. And so that's why we go back and we say, you know, how do we get from the 20s to the 30s? You know, we have to change the dress code. We also have to change how we talk, how we walk.
Yeah. Oh, girl, I switch code like crazy.
I wanted to chew this lady the fuck up. I
switch code a lot, and then like, and it's funny because like when I used to work in customer service, customer, she actually said, she was like, the way you cussed out that customer was so polite, and I'm like, you have to like, I was like, I mean, I wasn't trying to be mean. I was like, I wasn't trying to be mean, but like they were being ridiculous and unrealistic of what they were asking for. Like, you know, there's a certain extent to when they say customers, right? Because like, come on now.
And exactly, and especially when it's like I tell people, like I'm a ghost editor, right? So I don't.
Yeah, I do that sometimes too.
You said what?
I said I do that sometimes too.
Yeah, so that's my, you know what I'm saying? That's the other side of my business with the Mom Savvy brand. So I have 6 clients. And so when I first started off, I had one client and it was a partner, right? But I was literally word got out, right? And so I didn't have to, like, when people go to the Mom Savvy brand, they're going to go on Instagram. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, she barely posts. You know why I barely post? Because I am literally a serial entrepreneur. I run so many damn ships that some days I totally forget about fucking Instagram. I totally fucking forget about this whole goddamn phone. I'll throw this bitch outside sometimes before be like, damn, I was mad one day and I threw the phone. You know,
I do the same thing too. Like I'll be having so much going on that like I'll completely forget about social media, and then it'd be like 10 o'clock and I'm like, shit, I gotta edit a video. God damn.
Exactly. But let me tell you, you thinking like that, and it's a reason why you do that, because guess what? Your passion turned into wealth, right?
Yeah.
Your passion turned into something that you live off of, you breathe off of, you wake up to do, right? I wake up to YouTube. People don't understand that. That's a passion of Ryan's, right? I barely have hobbies. Understand me?
Yeah. And see, you know, you say you don't have hobbies, but like I literally enjoy picking up the camera and recording.
I enjoy vlogging.
I enjoy literally like playing with the settings. on my camera to like get the right perfect shot and figure out the lighting. I enjoy sitting on my computer editing pictures and editing content for other people. Like I have no problem like recording my own content, you know what I mean? But like it's something about like doing the marketing and the advertising and
It's
coming up
pleasing.
with coming up with like the social media posts for the client and like
So
every
you're
like
like so like behind. That's what I think. That's where
I'm
we connect.
yeah,
So
I'm more behind the scenes type
I
of
love
person.
it.
Like I don't mind being in front of the
Right,
camera,
right, right,
but
right.
like
No, you're good.
if I have to, like if I like say if I was working in a newsroom and they're like, hey, you have to be the news anchor today, like I'll do it. But like personally, me, I'd rather be in the back in the room on with the headset on talking about 3, 2, 1, action.
Yes,
Like,
in today's show.
yes, like, okay, girl,
Right,
you're gonna be next.
in
Camera
today's
3,
show.
like you know what I mean,
You
like
said what,
that's
Vicki?
like I'd rather do that.
Mhm.
But like if I have to be on camera, like I'll do it. Like I'll suck it up, like because I know it's gonna make me money. You know what I mean? Like I know the money is there, and the brands like, and a lot of people always tell me like from when I was younger, they're like, you have that voice, like you have that personality, like you can do TV.
That's what I was told. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and for the longest, like I've always wanted to own my own business. Like from what I can remember is like I wanted to like I grew up wanting to own a mall, but like you know as time went on I was like nah, I don't want to own a mall. Like
Right.
like that's too much. Like that's like if I do own a mall, it would be like I have somebody that's doing that for me, like type of stuff. But yeah, like
No, you want to
like,
own them all. You want to own them all. That's that you need to manifest that. You do. You want to own them all. You want to have them all. That's not crazy.
no, it's not that
It's
it's
not
crazy.
crazy.
It's just that like as I grew older, I realized what my real passion was. You know what I mean? And like I realized what it is that I really want. Like, of course, like at some point in time, like if I could, I would love to get involved in investments and real estate and all that. Because like, you know, I want to like build my portfolio. Like I want the generational wealth. I want to be able to leave something behind for my kids besides the crazy, you know, generational curses that people want to talk about.
Money.
Yes, exactly. So like in 5 years, I'm thinking about like where do I see myself in 5 years? In 5 years, I see myself like owning a home, owning property, you know, rental properties and stuff like that. Like I want to be on that level, and like even if it takes me 5 years to get to that point and I'm like, wow, I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, I just manifested everything that I fucking wanted.
Listen,
and didn't even realize it.
Listen, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you this, and then I'm gonna go be with my husband because I know he gonna like this girl been working all day. I manifest everything that I have right now, literally.
Yes.
I was an ex-stripper for a very long time, right? I've touched $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $100,000. I've touched a lot of money. Trust me. I've had big bankroller boyfriends, right? Had a lot of cars, had lived in trap houses, had this whole other life. Had a baby on my hip doing it. You know, left him plenty of nights with my mother while I worked in Dallas. I worked in Vegas. I worked in Philly. I went to PA a couple times, had a couple tricks out there. You know, I did a lot, right? But in the back of my mind, I said, I didn't want this for my life. In the back of my mind, I said, I wanted to have a big house, a white picket fence. You know, I wanted to have dogs. I wanted to have kids. I wanted to have a loving husband. I wanted him to propose to me. I wanted him to give me this house. I wanted him to just be this God-forsaken man, you know, this man to just like take me and just run away. And we were just going to be happily ever after, right?
Right.
I wanted to move. I wanted to travel. I wanted to have more kids. I seen that so like in my future, right? But I just had my oldest, and fast forward to now, I have 3 boys. I'm a 6-figure stay-at-home mom earner. When I first started in my business, I had no money. So understand that, no money. I'm saying I have thousands of dollars in the bank. Some people can't even get 100.
And it's crazy that you said that, like when back in the day, like in the back of your mind, you kept telling yourself, this is not what I wanted. And it's crazy because like there were so many times where I can have just like diverted off my plans, off my goal plan, and then go do something else. But it never worked out in that way.
It never worked out.
And then I feel like the reason why it's never worked out is because, like, in the back of my head, in the back of my mind, it's like I have that little voice telling me, this is not what I want. This is not the path that I'm supposed to take. And in the end, it never, like, it like I'm supposed to keep going doing what I'm doing. And then every single time I kept following the passion that I really wanted and the things that I really wanted, everything just kept manifesting and manifesting.
Right.
And then it just kept going to where I needed to be. And I know for a fact that I'm right where I'm supposed to be at to this day.
Right.
So,
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, but I didn't know I was supposed, I knew I was supposed to be here, but I didn't know what it looked like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it looked like.
Like,
so,
you wouldn't be able to tell me that 10 years ago that I'll be here today. Like, I wouldn't have believed it.
Listen, honey, I thought I was supposed to be with my rapper boyfriend. I was supposed to be a professional baby mama with my rapper boyfriend. Listen, my son's father, like, it's a lot of things that people don't know. Like, y'all getting stuff that's only going to be shown on the TV show, because I have not really said anything, right? It's been something that I just keep to myself, and I show, my immediate life, my immediate family, right? But my son's father is best friends with Gucci Mane, right? And so when I tell people I was supposed to be that professional baby mama, rapper baby mama, I was really supposed to be her. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to be the Young Miamis and all of that, right? But God had switched things up for me. He said this man wasn't good for me. This man was, keeping me in a very dark place. I went through domestic violence for years with this man. I was a whole Muslim. I prayed. I was in a lot, right? And so the man that I have now was the man that God created for me.
Yeah.
Right. And so he seeked me. Yes, I slid in his DM, but he seeked me. I tell him all the time. He seeked me, right? And we've been together almost 10 years. Yeah, and we have a very successful business. We are entrepreneurs. We both are entrepreneurs. He works for the government, but he's an entrepreneur as well. He trades. But we own 3 different businesses. I have 2 houses. I have 3 vehicles. I have 3 children. I own 2 houses. So that's one thing to say that you rent or whatever. But I have a house in Dominican Republic that we just we're about to get ready to close on, literally.
Hey.
And while I'm renting, understand me, I'm renting. So you rent where you live, right? But you own property.
I've heard of that. I think I want to say my brother may have said that to me at one point, because my brother is very business savvy. Like he be putting me on to a lot of things. Like he's the one that put me on to e-commerce, drop shipping. He put me on to vendors. He put me on to so because he's down there in North Carolina. So
the underdogs.
Yeah, he put me on to a lot of things. Like he's like, do this, and especially when it comes to taxes, because I had no idea what I was doing when it came to self-employment taxes.
Oh yeah,
or how to file taxes.
Listen. Let me just get this one key, y'all. If y'all are trying to figure out how to do stuff, listen. Let me tell you, I've been doing self-employment taxes for 12. My son's 13. Mm-hmm. I started stripping when he was 3. 10 years. Right. My husband had no idea. He was like, when he got with me, he was like, what are you finding? What is it? Because he's always had to pay back the government. Always. Oh, wow. Right? Always. Because my husband makes over $200,000, right?
Yeah.
Always had to pay back the government. So when he got with a hustler like me, a little stripper like me, who know how to finagle. Listen, I was the bitch who had all the food stamps. I was the bitch who had all the information to the Section 8 public housing. Honey, you call me. Lala got you, right? And so, I would tell him, listen, I know how to do this thing, and we could get good 10, 12 G's. Let me finish.
Right.
Yeah. So, he didn't understand. So when you know that, it's just listen, you got to do some things, but you can always come up on a cover up.
And it's crazy because a lot of people don't realize it's 100% legal. You're not lying, and you're not lying to the government.
For your YouTube channel,
you're not lying to the government. You're being 100%. You're being 100% honest to the government about what's going on. You're being 100% honest to the Section 8 people, the welfare people. You doing the damn thing.
You
And a
do
lot of people
shouldn't
get
have.
upset about it, and it's like it's there for a reason. If it wasn't an issue or an epidemic in our country, it wouldn't be a service.
It wouldn't be a service. Let me tell you. When I say everybody get food stamps, I don't even like everybody get food stamps, right? And I'm
Everybody
not
get
just
food stamps.
like
And now, like if you really
everybody
think about
get
it, everybody get food stamps.
I personally don't get it because my husband makes way like Virginia don't even play out here. Like
Yeah, I've
hello,
heard Virginia don't
right?
play.
So that's when I tell people like I have to like really like y'all think I be bullshitting. Like I be really over here creating like money. Like I have to create my money. Like when I tell you I have to create that motherfucker, sign the check and send that bitch off, that's what I have to do. I have 2 people on my payroll. So I don't play around when it comes to sea moss or sugar scrubs or my partners in my game.
And you
right?
can't because like
I can't play with it.
And then it's crazy because like
I gotta eat.
For me, it's like and it's crazy. Even though I get the food stamps, like me, I feel like it's like I tell myself this is never gonna last. Like, you know what I mean? It's
temporary.
It's not gonna last. Yep. And therefore, like, okay, what if happens tomorrow if they decide they're gonna take the food stamps? Like, how we gonna fucking eat? Like, that's the mindset that I have. Like
my husband, I said, if they tell you right now you gotta get the COVID-19 shot, what the fuck we going to do?
Right. Like whatever.
And listen, the one thing that you look, if he complaining about me being on the one thing that you complain about time, listen, my time pays fucking bills.
Money.
Bills.
And I tell that to a lot of people, like time is money. Like I don't have the time. Like don't waste my time.
Listen, I tell my girls all the time, and y'all gonna hear me say listen a lot because I really be wanting people to understand what I be saying. Like for real. I tell my people all the time, I am not accessible anymore. It's gonna be very hard to get my attention. You understand? Because right now, all I hear is money signs. All I see is problems to be solved.
Yeah, and that's how I feel too. Like I'm the type, like I'm the same way. Like I don't want to hear the problems. Like let's figure out a solution.
Fix it. I told them fix it. You don't like the way your booty look, fix it. You don't like the way your stomach look, fix it. You don't like the way your titties look, get them done. You know, if you're broke, then you need to figure out how you gonna make a couple dollars. Like I literally, because listen, time is money and it's valuable. You do not get it back at all. Never. So when I tell people being a stay-at-home mom is something I take serious, I take that shit serious. I don't want to miss no milestones at all.
No.
At all. I want to see my son say every last word there is in the book. You understand me?
Yeah.
I don't want to miss no events. I don't want to miss no track meets. I don't want to miss no special things. I don't want to miss anything. I want to be able to take my phone, take my laptop, and go.
Yeah. And that's why, like for me, I chose to do remote work.
Yeah.
And even if it's temporary work, like if the assignment is 3 months, I'll take it because like they're paying me $150 a day.
Listen. And the reason why I'm so passionate about it, Vic, though, for real, is because we are YouTubers, and if you're on here and you're thinking and you're thinking about starting your YouTube channel, this is something you're gonna have to think about.
Yeah, just do it.
You gotta figure out ways that you can make money, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna waste your time with creating videos and not getting any residual income at all. You're gonna be waiting for those $1,000 for those 1,000 subscribers. You're gonna don't
focus on the Google AdSense. I tell people that and if you want to focus on that and that's your main goal is to hit the 4,000 hours, go live.
Be consistent. Consistent. Go live.
Go live every single day and be consistent. Because people actually be on YouTube looking for people that are on live. Like literally, there's an option on YouTube for live for like live feeds, and people are literally like hopping through lives trying to figure out like who they want to watch live and what's going on.
How many videos do you have currently?
Ooh, I think I have like over 500 videos.
Yeah, me and you both. Okay.
So like I know.
And some people are like, when I get people who book with me at the Mom Savvy brand, right? When I get people who book one-on-one branding calls, coaching calls, and I hear them say, but I got this. And I go, well, how many videos do you have? Oh, I put out one video a week. I go, well, where is your consistency?
Yeah, like
that's what one video a week is not going to get you nowhere.
Right. And I tell people, like, if that's all you can afford to do, like with your time, because you're like,
it's a hobby. It's
a hobby, but at the same time, be consistent with that once a week. Don't post once a week and then disappear for a month and a half and then expect to see results.
Vicki,
it's not going to work.
Vicki, you but I'm gonna tell you, it's a damn hobby.
But no, I tell people, like, no, this is what I tell people. I'm like, but if you really want to do this YouTube thing, like, take advice, like, follow lead with other bigger YouTubers.
Yeah,
I've seen bigger YouTubers that like just blew up overnight, and honestly, they were pumping out like 2, 3, 4 videos a day.
Let me tell you, a guy
like they were dedicated.
Let me tell you, a guy named Big Sexy. Just yeah, probably know him on Instagram. He's a flamboyant, very, very outspoken, loud comedian. He's amazing. He was just a part of the event or whatever. But let me tell you, he got found on Instagram by him just being himself. Guess what? Mm-hmm. By him being himself and staying consistent, he over.
Yeah.
He overrides.
And if you really want to take it seriously, like, you have to, and that's something I keep telling people. Consistency is the key.
I put out a video every single day when I first started YouTube. Every single day. Yep. It was like a full-time job for me.
And that's how my channel grew too, because like I swear for like 6 months straight, I uploaded a video every single day.
Yeah, I watched.
And every single day, and for 6 months, and then that's when I got monetized, because after a while they changed the rules or whatever. I got monetized, and then like not even, I want to say 3-4 months later, like I got over to 5,000 views, and that's because I was consistent. Like, and I know that's the reason why my channel is kind of stagnant now, because I'm not consistent. I'm not uploading on a consistent basis. So, you have to be the type of person that really dedicated to this. Like, you have to want this, and especially if you want to attract to sponsorships and brands and make that money, because I'm telling you, I don't know if anybody watched the Blvd's video where she mentioned it was like a video that she did of a promo on something else. I can't remember if it was like Time or something like that, but she did a video talking about like how much she made. Mm-hmm. And she said for one video she makes like $15,000 for one video.
You know how many videos she put out though?
Right. But listen though, she has like 1 million subscribers, like 2 million or something like that.
Now she does, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody who has 1,000 subscribers, think about it. You can make money. Like, there's money.
Yeah, but
there.
You know what? With what it is with YouTube, a lot of people, when they get on YouTube, they don't take it serious. And this is what I tell people.
They don't.
I have people that I literally mentor and coach to this day. And I tell them, like, listen, if you want to be on YouTube, you want to be on in the YouTube presence, right? You got to take your YouTube serious. Mm-hmm. You know, when I jumped into it, it was a damn hobby, right? And so I got hobby fucking comments. I got hobby fucking likes. I got hobby, subscribers. People will subscribe. Some people wouldn't. Some people, liked the video. Some people didn't, right? But then once I looked at it and was like, shit, I gotta treat this like I need to like get up and, change my posture, act like I'm doing something, I didn't have nothing to do, honestly. I had nothing to do. I was a full-time stay-at-home mom. My husband was going to work, talking to Bill and Dill and Henry and how their day was going, and see you tomorrow at the work, and coming home and, hey, babe, how was your day? Oh, shit, I was just with 2 goddamn toddlers all goddamn day cleaning snot boogers off the wall. I can't film that shit.
Right.
You get what I mean?
But it forces you to be creative though. Like, so
I had to look at it and was like, okay, boom. You know what? I'm gonna show people my routine. I'm gonna show people how I created this space and how I'm gonna edit my video.
It forces you to be creative, because like after a while, like, and I got like that too. Like after a while, it kind of gets redundant where you're constantly showing the same thing over and over again, and then it's like you have to actually think and plan out your content, because after a while the content can get boring for people. And
yes, and I came across that, Vicki, and that's something that you do come across. I tell my clients when they book with the Mom Savvy brand, I said, I want you to look at or listen to your podcast or watch your video, and if you are tired,
or you click off your own video, if you click off your own video, and then and another thing is, I tell people, like, if you're not smiling or laughing or like excited when you're watching back your video, then nobody else is going to enjoy it either. Like when I'm watching my videos, I'm smiling, I'm cheesing, and then and it tells me like, okay, if I'm doing this, then other people are going to be doing it, and they're going to enjoy the vlog, even if it's only 200 people, even if it's only 100 people. I don't care. And it was advice that I heard from, I believe it was, again, Be Love, and she even said, like, regardless if it's a flop or not, put it out there. Like, views is views. Like, regardless regardless if it goes viral or if it flops and you only get a couple of views,
but not even views. Right, but not even like the views. Like, the views are the views, right? And so, but this makes me think business wise with YouTube, right?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, even if you get that one person who sees your content and sees like what you're offering, they may go buy it and then tell somebody else to go buy it. And word of mouth is the ish. Like,
you listen, and if you don't have anything in your, if you don't have anything in your freaking description box,
tags,
you missing out, right? And
if you don't have your tags to set up your description box,
click-based business. If y'all taking notes right now on this YouTube live with me and Vicki, please, y'all need to understand, if y'all are want to take y'all YouTube channel to the next level, get a click-based business somewhere in your description. Have something to where it's not just a goddamn affiliated link. You know how many people I have,
and I tell a lot of people, and
you know how
and
many
that's the
people
main thing,
coach girl, who have told me, oh, I work for affiliated links, and I tell them, girl.
And I tell a lot of people, if you don't want to take the time to like figure out a website or anything like that, get an email list. Get a free email list. Get something,
get a part of something, have something of yourself. Even if, and I have people, like I said, I have all different type of clients, right? But I have this one girl, and she comes to me and she goes, I'm not ready to have my own brand. I'm not, I just really, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. What can you see yourself doing? She likes taking photos. I said, girl, be an ambassador.
Yeah.
Get what small entrepreneur business people. Promote,
and if you're into photos, like,
create your own business out of your vision.
Yeah.
When people booked me literally for the Mom Savvy Brand, like, I have a podcast once that I am doing. I am literally editing their podcast, and I'm actually the person who is saying, hey, if you're interested in any wellness products, make sure you check the link down below. I'm that person. Who would have thought I would have been creating people's commercial ads?
Right. Like, I've never, and it's crazy because, like, I never thought of myself as like the voice commentary type of person. Right. And like, now that I hear myself back when it's like fully edited and everything, I'm like, oh, I sound nice. Like, and then it's crazy because, like, and it's funny because, like, and people like go on TikTok to do like the dances and everything like that, and I do it because it's what the kids want to do. Like, the kids want to do it, so I'm like, okay, let's do it.
My kids never.
But I mostly scroll on TikTok for like business information. Me like too. I love the business information, and then like I learned so much. Like, there's so much stuff that I can learn from TikTok, and
like a lot of people don't know that with YouTube. Like, you know, if you're
and YouTube too, like, I learned how to do I learned how to do Google Ads off of YouTube, and then there's also this thing called Google Garage, and you can go on there and get free education, training and everything on a Google Ads, and then they actually have job postings, so you can work from home doing Google Ads, and it's so easy. Like, you can literally make so much money on.
Listen, you can create, like, we'll do another live, and it'll be like, you know, the top 10, let's talk about it, like the top 10 tips and hacks that you can do for your YouTube channel. Yeah. Right? Because I just feel like not enough YouTubers spill the tea, right? About how they make
I think they hold back a little bit because I think there's like rules and regulations on it. But honestly, I really don't care because, like, and that's something like that's why I did the ebook on my website as well, because like there's information that you're not going to see for free on YouTube. Like, you may get like snippets, but they're not going to give you the nitty gritty details.
I'm going to be honest. La Mom Hustler, okay, the owner of the Black Sham Show, is not going to tell you all of my goddamn secrets. Like, is you kidding me? Hell no, honey. I wouldn't be the 6-figure mom I am. But I will give you some stepping stones, because guess what? There was no one on YouTube that really looked like me, that talked like me, that did everything that I did. I had to create the person that I wanted to see on goddamn YouTube.
Yes, and that's what I tell people all the time. Like, when
I didn't have somebody.
when people
Now I
come to
do.
me and ask me questions, they're like, well, I don't have this. And that's something I had to learn too. Like, if you don't see something that you want to
You gotta
see,
create
or
it.
whether if it's a product, whether if it's a YouTube video, whether if it's some anything, music, whatever, you create it, you put it out there, you make it happen.
You know, that's
And
what my husband told me. He's literally in the bed right now. He just walked in. He told me when I first going back to the very beginning of our life, when I told you guys that I started the YouTube channel out of nothing. Like literally, he was just like, "Yo, you need to. Okay, you don't see anybody that looks like you. You be the person you want to see.
yeah,
Won't you show them what a stay-at-home mom does? Remember, I didn't know what that was.
And that's crazy because like when I first like really started taking YouTube seriously, I was Googling, like I was searching for people that were living in a hotel, and it wasn't really that many people living in a hotel. And like even my kids, they were like, how come you don't vlog anymore? And I'm like, because we're living in this situation and I don't want you guys to feel some type of way if somebody like finds the video or whatever, or I don't want y'all to feel like whatever.
I give you so much credit to even like, for real, like that takes, let me tell y'all, that takes so much as a mom to turn your phone on and to show the world that you are down in this season right now. And that just
and that's the thing, like I didn't see that on social media, on especially on YouTube. And it wasn't until I started posting about it, and then people are like, well, what the fuck? I mean, there may have been other people out there, but like I didn't, it was mostly like van life, you know, single solo people, you know, living in tents, but never a large family like mine who was all in a hotel, like homeless. Like I never seen that. So like, and then like, you know, my kids were like, vlog, like, let's do this.
Tears to my eyes, and you know I'm drinking this.
Like my kids were like, and it really was up to my kids to decide, like, are we going to do this or not? Because like, I didn't want them to feel some type of way if somebody at school saw it, or, you know, if something were like, I didn't want them to like be fucked up about it. You know what I mean? So they're the ones that were like, let's do this. I want to be on YouTube. Like, let's do a YouTube channel. And I was like, okay. And it went from there. Like, it just kind of went from there. And I don't regret it. Like, I don't regret my older videos.
Look how far YouTube has brought you, though.
Right. And like, and a lot of people like, they like, oh, she's trying to make it big. Like, if you go back to my very first video, and it's so cringy and so like, ugh, like I want to delete it, but then I'm like, no, because this is how I started. Like, and I didn't even mention it, but like September 15th was my anniversary, and I've been on YouTube for 12 years. And mind you, like I've only been doing it for like consistently for 4 years, like 3 years, I will say. So 3-4 years, you know what I mean? Like it's weird because when I go back and look at that first video, I'm just like, and I'm not even talking about vlogging. I'm not vlogging. I'm actually sharing about the law of attraction and my progress and my process. And so it's like that mindset has always been there. It just took me a while to grow into it and figure out who I was in the end. And, you know, and I don't regret any of the last 12 years of my life because I wouldn't be who I am today.
Oh my God. Listen, yo, and we can end it just like that because literally you just ended that shit. Like literally you just ended the whole shit, like for real. And I'm just gonna say this because I was a watcher, I was a fan before we collabed, and now we are these great entrepreneur YouTube moms, right? But I was a watcher, right? I was a fan, and I was so admired. And I used to say, and honest, I'm gonna be honest. Y'all know Lala can't do nothing but be honest, right?
That's why I love you, because you don't sugarcoat shit.
I was like, why the fuck is this girl showing the fact that she got fucking food stamps? I was so upset.
Because like at first, like, because like it's crazy though, because like if y'all been following me for a while, like my subscribers was cussing me out to get some goddamn food stamps. They was like, girl, if you don't go walk your ass down to that goddamn welfare office and get you guys some goddamn food stamps. And I was like, I don't qualify. And they're like, girl, you fucking qualify.
I had never seen anyone besides Strong Mommy Chrissy. I had never seen anyone that looked like me, that had any bit of my background, would ever go on YouTube and be like proud of the fact and okay with the fact that they were filming, y'all alone saying that they had food stamps, you know, saying
and it's crazy because I'm the type of person, and I've always been like this. Like, you know how they always say like you're the black sheep of the family. I'm the type of person that's gonna like bring up the dumb shit, like the shit that like you know you're not not supposed to say at the family
at the family gathering, but you're gonna say
you're not supposed to, like, why would you say that? Like, you need to go outside. Like,
right.
I've always been like that, and I've always been the type of person that like has no, I always want to know, like you know how you are about vaccines, like you're the opposite of me. Like, I got vaccinated, but you're so against it, and I'm not like going to bash you for it. I'm not like, I admire people and I love people. Like, I always attract people that are the opposite of me,
of why they feel, you know.
I
and learned that tonight. Like, you have to look at yourself and like, why? So like what you just said right there, like you know what I'm saying, you're vaccinated, right? And how I feel, my opinion on it, right? It's a reason why I don't want to get vaccinated. It's a reason why you want to get vaccinated. Everybody has their reason
it's
why
like,
they want to.
I don't know. I'm an outgoing person. I'm just like an introvert type of person where I like being inside the house sometimes, but there's times where I have to be outside. But I'm an outgoing person, and I don't know, it's always inspiring and admiring to other, like, I admire other people who always are the opposite of me. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm always intrigued with them. Like, I always want to pick their brains and be like, okay, so yeah, like, because like I'm so fascinated with like the mindset of other people. Like, I've
me
always
too.
been like
That's
that.
why we connect, right?
Yeah.
Literally, y'all, we linked like a bird to a damn baby little bird. Like, we were just like pet, 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 pet. And we were like, oh, how we gonna do this and how we gonna do that? And it was like, I felt, and I said, oh my God, like, this is happening. I've always wanted to do like a live with another YouTube mom, another mom that understood what YouTube was really about. Like, you know, I used to tell my husband that all the time, like, dang, I just want to have real conversations with people who are in YouTube and understand what the hell I'm talking about. Because sometimes hubby don't get on everything we say.
No.
You know? We on here on live for an hour and 30 minutes. They don't be understanding why.
No, and like, if I get loud or something like that, once in a while, Leon will come downstairs, but he doesn't understand. Like, nobody understands what I be talking about when it comes to YouTube and stuff. Like, some people do, but like, for the most part,
it's an amazing feeling when you're able to link with your soul. Oh my God, let me just say something. Oh my God, let me just say something. Lord Jesus. The event, y'all. The event. I was so upset because in this part of the event, Coach Stormy said, now y'all going to find your soul sisters. And so you had to stand in a circle of 20 of an even number. So 20, 26, 24. And you had to close your eyes. And when you opened your eyes, you were supposed to lock in with someone that was supposed to be your soul sister forever at this event. But because I was here virtually, I didn't have a soul sister. I wasn't in a circle. And look what God literally put right in front of my face. My soul sister. The girl that you know what I'm saying? Like, look how this just literally, I had to stop for a minute and think about it. I looked at my notes and I said, oh my God, I was really upset. And I was like, dang, because everybody was standing around. It was such a big energy. It was such a big vibe. And I'm like, damn, well, I ain't got nobody. I'm saying everything. But when I look up, I see the goddamn Liam. You know, I see my baby. He can't give nothing back to me, but I didn't think about tonight, what tonight was going to bring. So, you know, y'all do have to think about your soul sister, your soul part. Like, this is my soul sister. I was looking like, who is this person going to look like? What is she going to say? How is she going to look? Listen, she right here. We locked in and like, we both are in the industry.
Yeah.
We both are going to be millionaire YouTube moms. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And we got all our fans here, period. Hey, Mommy Does It Better. Maria, Jazz, Mommy Does It Better Again. Life with Destiny. Rube, what's that? Robe Twos. Who else we got? Vic? TT 101.
Yeah, so like, I mean, it's really fun to create and everything like that. I don't know. I mean, how do you find the time with hubby? Because I know that's where you're trying to run off to.
You know that's what I'm trying to run off to, right? Vicky like, no, bitch, I got you for 2 hours.
Nah. If you want to go, you can go. Because I know how it is. Okay. Like, oh my goodness, like, it's hard finding time with me and Leon. Like, I get it. Like, I understand. Like, we're constantly on. And if you're like me, like, we're constantly on the go. Like,
on the go.
You're not trying to, like, if you stop, you stop.
I
like,
stop.
Right, like,
if I stop,
phone's off. Like, it's pitch black,
I'm
dark.
I'm the J, and it's over. That's why I ain't even hitting the J yet. Like, I'm gonna be done.
So
listen,
it's like,
I'm gonna be honest. I really have to put a lot of effort into making time for my husband.
Yes, I
put
feel
in
like
effort.
it's the same thing with me. Like we have to put time. Like if we make plans to spend time together, it has to be like planned out
I
in
can't
advance.
make plans. He knows that. I don't make we don't make plans. A schedule. What?
No, I'm talking about for date night. Like
No,
one on like
we don't plan date, babe. Do we plan date night? Do we? Or do we just say on one day we're gonna go out? We literally say we pick one, like we'll just be like, oh, on Friday gonna be our date night, because I just feel like there has to be a husband and wife time, right? You gotta make time for your husband, you gotta make time for your wife. And usually those times are, if you have kids, they're really early in the morning, or you gotta sacrifice some sleep.
Yeah. That
And
I was gonna say, like,
remember I told you I'm a newlywed still, so I didn't quite get it at first. I was doing it for so many years, getting up, making him, I used to do little things, make him breakfast, do this, do that, and then I stepped away from that because I had got used to doing it, and then I didn't want to do it no more. I was like, oh my God, you had the best of me and all that, but I had to come to realize that no, this is my husband.
Yeah.
So I gotta make time for him in the morning.
And then you have to make time. Like you do have to make time.
But then you gotta make time for yourself.
Oh yeah. Like, and I feel like I found a balance. Like in the morning time is me, and then the evening is hubby. Like he gets my undivided attention.
When the kids are asleep, someone said yes. When the kids are asleep,
when the kids are asleep,
don't get used to doing that. And this is where you will come and have the. And I'm not an expert now. I'm a witness. I'm not an expert. Okay, I've just been through some things. At night is not always the time.
No, it's not. Not always.
It's not.
You have to find time in the middle of the day for a quickie.
You gotta find time in the morning. Like I told you,
gotta find time somewhere, some way.
Showers in the morning with the hubby, or morning sex, or morning doing something. I mean, even if you're too tired, because see, sometimes at night I'm too tired.
Yeah.
To do anything.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you can catch
I ain't gonna lie, because the other night I was rubbing on his arm, and then I was out like 2 seconds later, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what happened last night? And I'm like,
I fell asleep. I'm tired. But
you do have to find, like, and I'm talking like, but I'm talking about like getting away and stuff like that. But like, yeah, but like to really like find the time to like spend time with like one-on-one time, we have to plan it. Like it has to, like,
you got kids, you got to get a nanny or a daycare or sitter or whatever. But like for us, we don't have that, so we have to get nannies. You know what I'm saying? We have to get, if I want to do a dinner for him at home, I have to call a chef. Like I'm that type of chick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not cooking this shit myself. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not. Like I told my husband, you didn't marry me for my cooking. Like you didn't marry me for this stuff.
Girl, you ain't say no lie.
For my cooking. Like, nah, G. Like I like to, but we can go to mommy house for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me do something else. But for me, it's just like, being thoughtful. So, in the morning, like I said, morning showers, let that be your starter, or pray together, or do something together. See,
Leon's thing is like, acts of service. Like he liked certain things done a certain way. So like I'll take in like, and if I know he has so much stuff going on and I have time, I'll do the laundry. You know what I mean? Because he's so adamant and particular about his laundry. That's the military man in him. So like it has to be a certain way. So I'll try and do his laundry, but then he'd be like, "What did you do?"
Oh, right.
Because like, man, like he's so weird. He's OCD. He's not weird. He's OCD.
He's OCD. He's come from military.
Yeah. So. Like I'll do like acts of service for him, and then and I'll do like certain things, and it's just, that's his love language. My love language is the opposite. I'm an affectionate person. Like give me hugs, give me kisses, like love on me. But he's the opposite. Like we are so opposite when it comes to like.
I think me and my husband are opposite, and we're this. Same somewhat. His love language is a little different than mine. He's a very touchy. Like if I think he would want me to touch him more. How I kiss and smooch on my kids all the time, like I'm obsessive with it. That will be his love language for me, and I'm the opposite. So I'm just more like, so I'll say for him, like my love language from him will be going to get my coffee every morning. If
Oh,
he doesn't
okay.
get
And
it, I feel like
see,
you don't
Leon
love
does
me.
that
Like,
for
what the
me.
fuck you mean?
That's how Leon is, because like he'll always bring me coffee in the morning, or like he'll make coffee before he leaves. That's his form of active service. So that's how I know like that's what his love language is the acts of service. So
Right.
like certain things, like in the morning, like we'll have coffee, we'll talk and stuff like that
See,
before
that's
the
not
kids get up.
So me and Bobby won't have, like, we won't sit, like, and that's funny that you said it, because I used to always tell him that, like, why can't we ever just sit and have coffee and talk together? He doesn't do that shit. That's not his love language. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
His love language is like, watch a good fucking movie together. Like,
Yeah.
his love language is,
But like I feel like after, yeah, like that's how he is. Like he wants to watch a movie, and that's his love.
Right.
Like he was asking me like earlier. He was like, when we're gonna go
Watch
see
good TV
Shanghai or something, and I was like,
Yeah,
wait, what
we'll
is that?
smoke together. That's our love language.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We good. But
That's our time together.
But it's, you know what I'm saying? And literally, especially when we're back in our 20s and we're young, you know what I'm saying? That was a love language. You drink, you smoke. But then as you get older, like we talked about, when you turn and you're 30, right? You're 31.
Yeah, and you put a lot of things in perspective. Like I feel like after you hit 25, things change, and then when you hit 30, it changes again.
It changes
like
again.
Your mindset and the things that you like were grasping for and like reaching for, it's like, I don't want that anymore. Like that's not what I wanted. Like
when you really want.
Okay, what I mean by like, okay, in your example, like, okay, I want the material things, but I also like, I still want those things, but I also want this. I want property. I want land. I want this. You know what I mean? Like it's both. Still right. You know what I mean? Like it's like your priorities shift. Like instead of you spending your money on material things, you're like, I'm gonna put money aside in the egg nest so that I can get this property. You know what I mean? Like your mindset starts changing. And then I also feel like, you start to shed a lot of the past things that you've experienced in your life, and you're like, okay, I'm not with the bullshit no more. Yeah. Like I'm not dealing with the bullshit. You're not going to disrespect me in my face. Like you start letting go of people and things that no longer serve you after you hit 30.
And after you 30. So it's just like I was gonna say, like, if you talk about like some people like, oh, when you were younger, you want to wake up to head. No, I want to wake up to goddamn a cup of hot coffee before a goddamn kid come and mess with my toes. God
right. Like that's what I mean by like priorities change. Like your priorities change. Like
we just said mega knees. We don't have any more knees. Like rub my fucking knee. God damn it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like
talk about nothing else.
Like the priorities change. Like, okay, I want this, but like I'm not getting on top. Like, my knees hurt. I can't do it. I can't. No, like that's just not working over here. No.
Let me just do it from the side because I'm tired.
Let's spoon. Let's just spoon. It's easy. And if the kid walks in, it's not gonna be so obvious.
You get what I'm saying? It's like mommy sleeping. Understand me? You freaking deal me? Like anybody got time for this? So you change how you move. Everything just is different. So for me, and like I keep and listen, my relationship is very spicy. I don't know if people watch the Black Sham show, but listen, I can argue with my man and fucking.
That's why I'm so comfortable talking with you, because like we're on the same like
it's like
because I watch your videos and I just be like, yes, girl, yes.
Yeah, because it's just because people just really be like, oh, they having this problem. They just like, listen, it's
real life.
It's real life,
and like that's why I have. No, go ahead.
You have to like figure out what's going to work for you in your relationship. And what's happened in the past does not mean it's going to happen now. Yeah. So like
what worked for us in the past is not going to work now, because how we was before, like when we were, because I was 19, he was 27. Oh wow. Like what worked for me and when I was 19 ain't working now, because like I'm not with the bullshit. You're not going to mean you were not going to be sitting like arguing.
You were still,
I was still a kid.
Yeah, you
having
were
kids.
Yeah.
So like now, like I'm the type. Back then, I was the type like I want to fight you. Like we're arguing, but we're gonna fight. Now it's like I don't want to argue with you. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm walking away. Like things really change. Like you really build up like this like non-bullshit tolerance for a lot of things,
and you have to set your standards too.
Yeah,
like, I just feel like when it comes to, especially with your relationships, with your business, you have to set your standards. So when I tell my girls like life with Destiny, hey girl, I coach my girl Destiny right here. She's one of my students, and like I tell her like literally. literally you have to set your goals. You got to
Yeah.
say, okay, I am going to connect with 5 different people today.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to
And
make
it's
it my
and I
business.
feel like it's not even just a goal. It's like you're basically like giving yourself an affirmation. Like you're telling
Yeah, you're
yourself
telling yourself what you
like
are
this
going
is what
to
I'm
do.
gonna do today. And then
It's
like
just
it
like
seems like
saying,
it always comes no matter what. Like when
right.
I wake up in the morning and then I have this this thought in my mind. I'm like, I'm gonna record 5 videos a day, just bulk record
Girl, I don't know
and
how
get
to
it
do that.
done. And then it comes like, and sometimes it don't even like I don't
You
even
don't even
have
think
like
about it.
the content idea in my head, but it just happens. And I'm like, oh, this is a perfect shot. Grab the camera and do it. And then it works
That's what
out.
happens to me.
Like
Yeah.
and sometimes like and it works. Like sometimes, you know, like you can plan, but there's times where it's just not even worth planning.
And that's why I tell people too, when it goes to my list, I'm just going to bring it back to YouTube really quick. That's why I tell a lot of my YouTube clients who ask me like, oh my God, like, how do you, like, you almost have like 530 freaking videos. Like, how do you, and I tell people literally, I don't set myself up for failure, and I don't set myself up for like, hitting a certain part in YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like people think that, you know, oh, you have to do this and you have, no, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to post a video. I don't have to, but I'm choosing to do so because I know the more videos I post, the more I am being seen. So I make it my business to be like, boom, I'm going to shoot a video no matter what day it is.
Right.
And I use it. So a lot of people, when they go to my YouTube page and they look at the YouTube and they binge watch, they be like, oh my God, I never see current videos. You're never going to see current videos of Lala. You know why? Because I vlog every single fucking thing. Literally.
Yeah, me too.
You're never
I do
gonna
too.
see a full
Because like
of me.
And it's crazy because like I vlog everything, and
I vlog everything.
But what people see on YouTube is what I choose to put out there.
What I choose to put out because you vlog.
Right.
You're consistent.
But the thing is like I never like and it's crazy because like I'll vlog something and I forget that I'm vlogging. And I end up, when I go back through the footage, I realize like I have like at least 4 or 5 days worth of content. So it's like, what's the point of me putting out an hour-long vlog and y'all gonna get bored after a while? Like nobody wants to sit there for an hour watching a vlog. Instead, it's gonna make me extra money if I just break it up into pieces and then just put it out there, because it makes it easier for me. And then like I had to invest in multiple cameras because I have too many people in this house. Like my kids want to vlog, so I had to invest in the camera for that. And it actually helps me out when I have multiple cameras because I can constantly get the right shots that I want, and not just for myself, for YouTube, but it's also for my clients, because my clients, they want good quality camera, like footage of their stuff. So
and like, and especially when you get like, I just feel like when you get, I work a lot behind the scenes of YouTube. I have a lot of different things that I work on, a lot of projects. But when you work behind the scenes, like once you step into YouTube and you say, okay, I'm gonna look at this as a business. So when people look at me on YouTube, I know they're probably thinking, oh my gosh, she did like a mommy video. Like, oh my gosh, I only got like 43 views. That's okay. I made over $1,000 on that video. Poof. Don't worry about it.
Right.
And the reason why I say that is because I have so many damn businesses to where I am accessible to the ones who need me. So 43 people are watching. I guarantee you 10 of them are gonna reach out to more.
Right. And that's
so it doesn't make me never mind.
Right. It doesn't make like the views doesn't really like hurt or break me.
Seen, and you're still watching me. So at the end
and that's how I feel about the links in my description box too, because like it may only be like 300 views, but at least somebody clicked on one video, like one link. And then people don't realize like there's this thing called cookies. You know what I mean? Like it, especially if you click on an affiliate link, because the cookies will last for 30 days. So if somebody clicks on a link and decide to X out of it and then come back to it, you're still going to get paid for whatever they purchased. Right. So it's like, okay, if I don't vlog for a couple days or upload for a couple days, because people are still watching my old content. However, I'm not making money off of that content. I'm making money off of the money that's in my comments, or people that are emailing me, asking me questions, or people that are emailing me, or brands or whatever, emailing me saying, hey, I just saw your video. Let's work together. I'm willing to, I want to work with you on this commercial. I just need you to do a voiceover for this commercial, and I'm going to pay you $1,500 for it. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Now, do you see any downside to doing sponsorships or videos or anything like that, or YouTube? What are the downside to it that you see?
So the money is always it can be a downside.
Yeah.
Just because sometimes your work can be worth way more than what you're getting paid for.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I have seen, and this is my personal experience. I've been in the YouTube game for 4 years, almost 5 years. Damn. I have seen people who have had shitty quality and they went viral.
Right.
And I will be like, are you fucking kidding me?
I do question like how certain things get like go viral, and then like my contacts with certain like networks and brands and stuff like that. It's just like, and even with like Facebook, because I have connections with Google Ads, I have connections with Facebook, and pretty much it's just sheer luck. Like,
yeah, and that's
sheer luck.
Even that, it really, but not even that. I don't even like using the word luck, honestly.
I don't either.
But not
I don't believe in luck. I believe in coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences either.
Yeah, I don't. And the reason why I'm going to say that is because just with what you said in the previous conversation that we had with you being homeless and being in a hotel, I could have been homeless. I was homeless, but not as long as you were. But I could have been homeless with my 3 kids in a hotel, and I could have started a YouTube channel, and I could have made money, right? But that wasn't my plan.
Right.
That wasn't what was for me, right?
Right. And that's how I feel about that too.
And so for you, it was, Vicki is going to be homeless. She's going to start a YouTube channel in her hotel. Her kids are going to get her nerves about the YouTube channel, but she's going to start it.
They still get on my nerves.
Exactly. And she's going to start making money. My issue that I was having was, oh my God, I have this YouTube channel. I'm on YouTube. Why am I not monetized? And this was me for like 2 or 3 years. It wasn't my time to be monetized.
Right. I agree with you.
It really wasn't. It was your time to be monetized because you had already been through all of that. See, I had already had the rapper boyfriend. Understand me? I had already had all of the fucking cars and the trap houses and the money that I was going through and the cocaine that I was wrapping up. I had already touched all that shit. Right. And so here I am in my purpose, and that was being with my husband, my kids, doing YouTube, not worrying about no money, not worrying about no food. You get what I'm saying? So we all be trying to figure it out, but understand that we are here for a reason. Like, it was a reason why you got paid on YouTube before I even received a fucking coin.
But look at you now, girl. But look at you now, though.
I know, but I still like, damn.
But like you was determined because you was asking questions. You was like,
I was in your shit.
Yeah, you. But I like and like I tell a lot of people. I always tell people like message me. Like I have no problem.
You were so pleasant. Like I have talked to a lot of people. Listen, I've even worked with Strong Mommy Chrissy before. A lot of people don't even know I've worked with her before. Let me tell you. Okay, not everybody is what they're cracked to be.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that. But I respect people's space. I respect people's creative mind. I respect people's withholds, right? It's not my place to tell people what Vicki has told me on how to create my YouTube and how to get a couple more views. It's not my place. My place is for you to get in alignment and stay connected and figure out and ask your questions. Because me as a mom hustler, I'm always gonna ask my questions. I'm telling you, I could be next to a billionaire. I'm gonna turn over and I'm gonna ask him how the fuck did he get his car?
Yo, me too. I'm always like meeting with like real estate people because like they're so big on doing social media and YouTube. Like real estate,
gotta open your mouth.
Real estate is trying to dominate YouTube. I'm telling y'all, like, they're trying to dominate YouTube. And I'm like and they're not like no cheap people. Like they're like making like hundreds and $500,000 commissions on these houses, and I'm like,
and let me tell you really quick because I got to go. But let me tell you really quick too, when you saying that, listen, and this is why y'all need to be subscribed to the Black Sham Show. This is why y'all need to be on my Instagram, Mom Hustler XO, because I'm telling y'all, let me tell you, I'm about to blow up. Understand me. But you can make that real estate business. So say you're not in real estate yet, but you want to get in real estate, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've already been to a couple of houses. You've seen a couple of houses. Why not connect with the person who owns that house and say, hey, I'm a YouTube creator. For a price, I will create an ad of your space on my YouTube channel.
Oh, I do. I
know
like
you do.
I go like I have
know
like
your
and it took, and honestly, like, you ever heard of imposter syndrome? Like, it took me a while to get out of the imposter syndrome mindset. And and I think it was like my mother-in-law who did it. Like, we were just out and she was like, yeah, she has a YouTube channel and this is her. And I was like, oh, was that was easy.
What,
I could just do that myself.
It would come, and the reason why I thought of it is because I'm just like, people are always trying to figure out how they can come up on YouTube. And it's just like, literally, if you think on your craft.
And you'll be surprised, a lot of people will say yes. A lot of people, like, you'll be surprised, like, how many people be like I like, because I go to my, like, we have bodegas out here, and you're from New York, so I know you know what bodegas are. So I go to bodegas and I'd be like, yo, let me for free, and I'll do it, like, just to get my name out there. Like, when I first started, like, just to get my name out there, I was like, for free, you don't have to pay me nothing. I want to record like a commercial and give it to you so that you can put it on your social media, on your Facebook. And then I was like, and I'll help you figure out how to do the ads. And then I'll watch you start making more money. And they started making more money. And guess what? Who's getting paid every week now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. I literally turned my craft. Understand me. I'm really about to get off now.
Yeah.
I end up turning my craft into a business. I do this shit for luxury, and I wake up in the morning. I don't really have to be like, oh my God, I hate this bitch. I don't want to go to work.
No, it's like you eat, breathe, and sleep this job.
I eat and breathe and sleep this
shit. And even if it's not just YouTube, if it's TikTok that you want to dominate, do it. Like, if it's Instagram, do it. If it's Facebook, do it, because all those platforms will pay you. But not only will they pay you, but they'll also get you noticed by brands and sponsorships, and not just getting products. You know, there's a lot of influencers out there getting flown out to Mexico and the Caribbeans and all types of places.
I just got connected with a lady, and I'm gonna say this, I'm not gonna say her name, but I got connected with a lady, and she literally goes on trips every weekend, hotels, and this is how she has 2 Airbnbs. She's working on her third one. And this is a part of her income. She goes on vacations with, hey, my babies, I see my girls. So she goes on vacation every weekend. It's like one weekend out of the month where she doesn't do this. And she gets paid because she has over like 20K followers on her Instagram. And so when I'm telling you the top places that's in her area of Florida, this lady goes with all of her kids, because she has 5 of them. She has 4 poodles. And she travels every weekend. Understand how that is, like, that is amazing to be able to say, my children, this is what I do for work.
Right.
I travel. We go and stay in nice hotels and go and swim. Like, that's a whole, like, this lady created this shit for her. And her, like, her husband didn't go and be like, oh my God, this was a hobby. If her husband thought it was a hobby, she wouldn't be that successful.
See, at first Leon thought this was a hobby, but then once he started seeing the money rolling in and the opportunities coming in, and then it became a different story.
That one thought it was a hobby. When I made over $10,000 in less than 10 months, he said, oh, we're LLC. I said, oh, it was already in the works.
Yeah.
So when I tell people, literally, I came from the stripper pole to a 6-figure mom, that's exactly what I fucking did.
Yeah,
and it took me to change my mindset. It took me to actually look at my YouTube, because I tell people this, and I even told the network this. YouTube is what gave me my gift. See, I was holding on to my gift. I didn't want to let my gift out at this little box, right.
And that's exactly what I was doing too.
Yeah, it's like a little gift that's in a box, and you're afraid to open the box because you don't want people to judge. You don't want people to be like, oh my gosh, she's crazy. When I used to imagine me walking up to my kids, we just had to do it, walking up to my kids and my Chanel, my Gucci, and having my nanny and seeing my chef and having my coaches come over and taking trips with my girls. People thought that shit was funny. But this is something that I was really thinking. Something I was manifesting.
But it's like, in a way, it's right. I was gonna say, like, but in a way, like, that's your life. Like, that's what you do.
I live it. I literally go on trips when I want. I literally take my business work with me, right? Mm-hmm. Nanny, cook. I mean, I can, everything that I want, I can have. And so that's when I realized, I was like, oh my God, I can't see myself going into an office. I can see myself going into my office.
Right.
Okay.
The world is my office. Like I go outside with my laptop. When Araya has cheer, like I go to practice with my laptop. I have a whole generator. Like it's like a battery pack that has like solar panels on it. Like I take that with me to practice. I take that with me to games because like I still have to work, but I want to be there for my kids too.
But you want to be there. That's
so like thing. You know, and then like I make sure that I'm present for majority of the time that my kids are doing their activities because you know I want to be and I want to live in a moment too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I still have to be in mommy mode. And I still have to I still have to be in the business mindset and utilize the time that I have because like I'm going to be there for an hour. If I'm at practice, it's an hour. If I go to a game with these kids, we're going to be there for like 4 or 5 hours. I can't take 4 or 5 hours out of my time. And
no, not especially. And I'm going to say this, and then I'm really going to get off it.
Okay.
Especially when you are running a $1 million business. And I'm going to say this because I want y'all to think about, like, I literally just came from this event. So let me tell you, y'all getting the best of me right now. Okay. So write it down. I don't know if I'm ever going to say this shit again. When you say to yourself, you're running your $1 million business, you got to get up like that. And $1 million CEOs, $1 million moms, they don't wake up at fucking 8 o'clock talking about they about to start their goddamn day.
No, I get up at 5:30.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
I get up early.
I had to really look at myself and be like, damn, am I gonna be successful if I keep waking my ass up at 8 o'clock? I ain't got shit to do.
Right.
You know,
and that's something that like I'm trying to get into because like now I get up at 5:30 in the morning and then like now my goal is to stay up past 10 o'clock because I usually be knocked out because like those couple like those couple extra hours I can do something with that time. So
listen, all day I was like,
I'll sacrifice my sleep.
I will sacrifice. Listen, I couldn't. Remember, I texted you. I was like, I couldn't get this video up. It took me 3 days to get you. I was so excited when I got the video. I said, listen, I get upset for shit like this. And guess what? It had a copyright.
I cry when I lose footage or my like if I finish a whole vlog, I cry when the computer shuts down on me.
God,
I cry upset. Like
that's how you know when you take it serious. And see, I'm passionate about my YouTube because I know I'm helping other moms.
That's why I'm passionate about it. Like it's crazy because like people will say whatever they want to say about me talking about welfare and food stamps and all that. But like the other day, somebody was talking about how like their insurance and stuff like that. And I was like, girl, why don't you apply for, Medicaid? She applied and she got approved. And she didn't even know it.
She didn't even know it.
And she didn't know it. And I was like, this is the reason why I post what I post and talk about what I talk about because it's helping other people.
Me. That's what I'm telling y'all. You helped me and I was a watcher. Let me tell you, I knew nothing about Cash App. I knew nothing. I had seen all that from you. I didn't know nothing about Sibley or whatever that thing where you got paid 45 cents for just answering questions. I found that on your YouTube channel. I was trying everything, you guys, but it wasn't until someone DM'd me about TLC to where I really stepped into entrepreneur life. See, I was an entrepreneur. I always knew I was, but I never took it serious.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got into the health and wellness business and where I got personal development. That's when I looked at my YouTube channel.
And the trainings, when you do like leadership and all that, it really helps you change your perspective and your mindset about it. But yeah, since we're gonna end the vlog here, but I mean, we gonna come back. We coming back. We're gonna have to do this again because this was fun, and I love that we're able to like
smoke your CBD, y'all. It's good.
Yes, it is. That's what I have in
it. Mellows you.
That's what's in this vape pen. It's CBD. But yeah, like I hope you guys was able to learn something from this.
Yes.
And I really had a lot of fun.
Yes.
We didn't even get through all the questions.
No,
because,
it's okay. It's okay.
But like I had fun though. Like it was like we talked about a lot of stuff. And if you guys enjoy this, give this video a thumbs up. Definitely go check out Lala on her channel. Make sure you guys go subscribe to her. Check out her Instagram. All the links are in the description box if you guys are interested. And thank you, ladies that are new to my channel. And if you guys
Yes.
enjoyed it, definitely subscribe to my channel as well. And
Yes.
if you have a channel and you guys are trying to get yourself,
out
promoted,
there, like shoot me an email. I am getting my
Yeah.
email list together, so I'm gonna tell you really quick. My email is Martha Guilford 703@gmail. You want to get your stuff out there, send me an email and say, hey, I'm from the live that you did, and I am interested in getting some information on how I can grow my YouTube channel. Just send me an email. I will see you. I will contact you back, and we will get you going. I'm doing free promos right now, so listen, all week I'm doing free promos. So if you got a YouTube channel and you're like, listen, I got a short clip, I'm taking 30-second clips. Make it your best clip.
Best clip.
I will put it in the beginning of my video because I want other YouTubers who are not growing yet. I want y'all out there. I want to see y'all out there. I love YouTube. YouTube has been my comfort. I run to YouTube. I don't know what it is. I run to YouTube. And so I just want to be the face for you guys if you guys are needing help in your YouTube world. All right.
So on that note, we will see you guys in the next one.
Yes. Have a good one, guys. It's a vibe.